Hello, lovelies. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Lanmouspiritual. I've missed you guys. I've missed you. Oh my goodness. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I hope you all are starting this new year in good spirit. I intended to start back with the new year. I don't know if you saw my post. However, it seems like the energy had not turned, if you will. So here we are. This is officially my personal new year. Today I'm calling it. We are January 21st, 21st day um, of the 21st year of the 21st century. I saw that this morning. I had not thought about it really. And I was just like, oh wow, of course. Huh? Last year we talked about 2020 being such a judgment year, right? Number 20, the number for the judgment card in the tarot, and how we were all being called to face ourselves, to call, to answer, to make amends for our deeds, our karma, right? And now here we are in 2021, which is the world card, which is a completion of a cycle, right? A successful completion of the cycle. Hence, since we've already settled the score last year, if we will, everyone knows what's up, right? Which line you're standing on, right? What's your path here? What side are you representing? Do you want to represent? So here in the year 2021, we are closing out that chapter. This is the completion of a karmic cycle with the world card as we usher a new beginning, a new dawn. And on this 21 day, day 21 here of this year, it's even more powerful. I woke up feeling that power. Like seriously, I had not thought about it before. I didn't know that it was gonna be today that I come back to you guys, that I come back on this platform to do the work that I've been called to do. But as always, divine timing is will, is everything. We cannot wash it. I most certainly don't try to. I don't even attempt to anymore. And when I used to it, or what I was doing is getting a lot of frustration and angst within myself. That was absolutely unnecessary. So as part of the work, we're always growing and evolving, and part of that is also learning ourselves, the deeper aspects of ourselves. And that's what I'm calling you guys to pay attention to you, those deep callings, those deeper aspects of yourselves, okay? Those things that needs a little bit of tweaking. Those things that also we need to celebrate more, we need to harness more, we need to almost cultivate more. Let's do it, okay? Let's do it. We're here. We're already here. Let's just go full on. Let's go full on and have some fun in the process. So that's what I've been doing personally, and I've been trying to do, encourage the people in my life to do, especially my kid. And there's been a lot of work, a lot of growth, okay? Like I'm an Aries sun sign in Western astrology. I've talked to you guys about that. And she happens to be a Libra sign. And it's been a whole year of discovery, of really facing that, the opposite side, right? The other part of ourselves that we like to remove ourselves from. And I take it. I started learning to take it as a challenge. Now the intro is going on really deep now. It's been a while here. We're doing a little bit of chit chatting. On market as to when the reading starts, but that needs to come out, and some of you need to hear it. During this Aquarius season, a lot of you are gonna feel that need to seek for more understanding, more information, more knowledge, right? And yes, take your time with it, but also nourish your soul, nourish your mind as much as you can. When you feel that desire arise, for more knowledge, for more information, okay? Because it's part of the prep work as we about to start this new beginning, as we're closing out this chapter. This is the prep work that's gonna get us to start anew on a solid foundation, okay? And remember, 20 where are we? We're on 2021 now. Next year would be 2022. So all different energy. If we just look at the number 22 itself, since we're talking about the last two digits of the year here, I talk about number 20 being the judgment card, number 21 of this year being the world card, number 22, even though it's not a number that shows in the traditional tarot, we can put it as kind of like, think of it as a four, right? The four pillars to set that new foundation that we're gonna start. So it's all coming together, y'all. And we've gone through some stuff as a collective. We've gone through some stuff. And I'm pretty sure within your own personal life, you've gone through some stuff too. But this reading, this new beginning, this new start that we are about to embark on, I will be posting on Thursday nights or Monday, Friday morning, depending on where you are going forward. I will not be doing the reading per signs as before, at least not for a little while. I don't feel that is doing a service to you. I don't feel it's not resonating with me right now at this moment. As always, like I tell you guys, once you get to know your chart, you get to be more familiar with it. You understand that you're not just your sun sign, right? And a lot of us, we identify more with that. We go straight to that because it talks about our personality and our, how we identify ourselves to the world. Yet there is so much more information that's lacking. So if I'm doing this reading on Aries and you're an Aries sun sign like myself, and you're like, wow, that resonates, perfect, awesome, and that's it, you're done, you move on. And like, if you're someone like me who happens to be a Pisces in Eastern astrology, in Vedic astrology, then I may be curious to see, what does the Pisces sign say? But then I'm a Capricorn moon sign in both Western and Eastern astrology. So I always look out for my moon signs, what's going on with the Capricorn energy. So what I'm trying to say is a lot is lost in translation. Some bits of information may be missed. And I don't want it to be like this is that one thing, because I notice people start to attach themselves too much to that specific energy that it's like an end all be all, and it's not like that. It's not supposed to be like that. I mean, I'm calling you guys on this journey with me. I'm encouraging you to come on this journey and to learn and to grow and to expand. And part of it is understanding the principles, the basic tenets of spirituality. And one of the basic, and that's why going forward, now we're doing that chit chat, we'll be tackling more of that with each one of those readings that I'll be posting. Kind of like, for me, I believe the most important is that know thyself. In understanding oneself, we can then start to understanding the other. We can then start to understanding nature, right? As we are a part of nature, we are part of the whole as much as we are the whole ourselves. So we need to really get going with those principles, with those tenets. And one of the major ones that for me 2020 taught me was really learning to go with the ebbs and flow of the universe. I say it a lot in the reading. We know it, we hear it, but for me it was almost like getting pushed. It was getting like an advanced degree in really toning down that energy, as in repeating a constant repetition of life experiences and challenges and whatnot, and opportunities to practice that. Go with the ebbs and flow of the universe, go with the flow, follow the flow, and to not resist, to not try to control, to not try to strain myself, over explain, whatever that it may be, or it manifests itself for you. And for me, it was a thing of control, a thing of impatience, a thing of this is supposed to be like this is the plan, why is this not happening? Learning to let go of all of that, and we will tackle more of those together, because that's the point of this channel. For those of you that are new, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm happy to have you. And yes, this is a tarot spiritual channel. I do get messages from spirits. I do channel messages. I did not prepare notes or know that I was going to be talking about this with you guys beforehand. But as soon as I was meditating before I start, as usual, I start recording, and that's what's coming through. And some of you need to hear it, and it needs to be said. And that's a lot of times the way this message come through. I may read this card one way this time, and the next time it's not the same connotation. That is the way it works. Okay. And I don't question it. And that's part of, again, doing this kind of work. You just follow your intuition. You follow the intuitive guidance you're getting, however way it flows through you, whether it's you hearing it, you are whether it's just seeing it, visualizing it, the picture is shown, whether it's just flowing through you, whether it's sensing it, whether it's like however way like the information come through. I relay it to you guys, and I want you to start practicing, to start exercising those muscles for yourselves. That's why sometimes I explain things away a lot, which I'll try not to do as much. But the key here is for us to grow together, to evolve together in our own sense, in our own personal, unique way of experiencing our our own divinity, okay, our own spirituality, our own connection to the divine. And that is what I want to do with this channel. That is what this is for. That is why, like that is my service is coming to mind. That is, I guess that's one way of putting it. That is my service, as far as a spiritual person and someone who's very blessed, okay, spiritually, and that is what I want to share with you. Okay, so for today and going forward until I announce there's a change, we will be doing the pick a card reading. Now, I don't just do those readings. I also consume tarot readings, and I have certain people that I watch, and I know one of them is Varouche. I don't know if you guys know about her. I've watched her. She's wonderful. I love her. She has a great way of explaining things, the astrology and channeling messages and the cards all together. That's just absolutely brilliant, and without being too wordy as well. And she's quite witty too. And I know that was her. She's the one who started those, so I'll always give a shout out, and I'll put something in the description card in regards to that, because I don't want anyone to feel like the ideas is getting picked. I know a lot of people do them, but I know it's a thing, so I just want to put it out there. So this is inspired by her. She's the one who started that style, and that's what I'm gonna do going forward until further notice. So we have 4 decks stack here. This is the Good Tarot. This is the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot, a day to my own heritage. Okay. No, I'm not from New Orleans. I'm from the Caribbean. I'm from Haiti. A lot of these cards, a lot of these energies, it's very strong energy, very familiar to me, okay, with this card here. And that's the first time I'm using this card for a public reading. And we have the Akashic Tarot. I love this deck. It's very different than the regular tarot. And here we have the regular Rider-Waite Tarot here. So choose whatever deck you want. You may want to watch all of them. I don't know which one I'm gonna start with yet. And then for each deck, before I start with it, to start digging into the deck, I will pick a card, a message card from this deck, which is Messages for Angels and Ancestors Messages deck. I love this one as well. And then I'll complete with a Woman's Oracle card, and we'll do one of those for each one of those decks, just to explain what's gonna happen. Okay, guys? So take a moment to choose yours. And we have different stones there. We have the rose quartz, the amethyst, the citrine, and the tiger eye crystal. If it's a crystal, if it's the deck that's pulling you in, whichever one it is. All right, we're gonna call it. So I'm pulling this down. I'm just gonna put them to the side. As a matter of fact, let's push them forward. I'm gonna push them forward. And then, oh, okay. So I guess we're gonna start with the New Orleans. This is not playing, y'all. Stick with me. I was gonna put them to the side, but I'm gonna push those forward. And then we're gonna start with this beautiful amethyst. Look at it, she's shining. She's showing up for you guys. It's been a while since I see her so brilliant. Like, look at this. Look at the shine. So we're gonna start with this, and I put this at the bottom here. This is the New Orleans Voodoo Tarot deck. You're in for a ride. We're starting the year with a bang. So I'll mark the time for you guys. This is at the 16. We'll do the 16 minutes for deck 1. Okay. And I'm just gonna give it a little bit of shuffling for you. Okay. This is a deck. And I think I'm gonna cut this card. We're gonna cut this card. We're gonna leave this here for now. And let's get your message, spirit message for our lovely friends watching Spiritual today. Spirit message. So happy to be back. It feels well. It feels great. It feels good. We had a flipper here, so I'm gonna pull the top one, and we're gonna put them back. And what we have for you, which was the New Orleans Voodoo Oracle, this deck, not Oracle, Voodoo Tarot deck, Oracle. Wait for important information, okay? The Oracle is telling you something is brewing, something is cooking. They're working on something. Look at this plate. You see the smoke coming out of here? Wait for important information. And by the way, I'm getting chills in this whole arm right there for you guys, whatever that means. That is your message for this. Oh, let's bring this forward so you guys can see it. Is it? Yes. Okay. So this is your main message here for those of you on this deck here. And for whatever reason, I'm getting called to shuffle again. Oh, like the energy is jumpy, guys. Jumpy. It's popping. All right. So whatever information that comes out of here, for some of you, it may be quite important, okay? And no, we're not cutting this time. We're not cutting. No, we're not cutting. Messages. What messages that you have? What is the information, Spirit, that our friends need to hear? Information for friends. What's the information our friends need to hear? This is number 19, Gros Bonange, also known as the Sun card in the regular tarot. And here we have Centaurea. Oh no, this is not the deck I wanted to use. This is interesting, y'all. I'm gonna keep going with this. This is I have 2 sets of this. Okay, I bought this deck a while back, a couple of years back. And when it came, there were duplicates, okay? There are duplicates. So I literally was going and writing down what this card is supposed to be. So I waited too long to get an exchange or whatever to return it. And to be honest, I did not want to return the deck because as soon as I opened it, my energy connected to the deck and it felt weird returning it. It's how can I explain it? It's like adopting a child and then you realize like they have an extra tool and all of a sudden you're like, no, I gotta return that child back to the agency. That's this is completely random and weird. But for whatever reason, I could not make myself return it. So what I end up doing is purchasing a new. So I don't use I guess that's probably one of the reasons I never use it publicly. But I have used this deck. So I purchased a new set of this deck, which comes with a book and the whole thing. That's what I intended to use, but some way, somehow, I I picked up this one. So there we go. We're gonna go with it. We're gonna flow with it. So this one is not supposed to be yeah, girls, this is supposed to be ounces. Okay, let's go with it. Information. So for some of you, there may be a super rule. If there's something that fell here, I'm gonna grab it for you guys. 1 second. And here we have water energy. Look at this. This is a four-way, okay? Laplace. This is like a four-way, an intersection here, okay? Some of you are at an intersection here, and there is something. Okay, let's look at the imagery here, right? There is a bow and arrow, like someone has a bow and arrow. There is an information, and my eyes is really being pulled towards the purple. And what's on top? What is she holding here? It's like a cauldron, right? There is like almost like smoke or herbs, something coming out of this like tall cauldron that she is holding. And there's so much strength here, and it's like a pumpkin at the bottom, it looks like. And we have this green and purple. Green always associate with the heart chakra energy, and of course the purple with our higher mind, seven chakra energy, right? So crown chakra energy. So there is something that you're trying to manifest. You're at an intersection here, especially in regards to whether it's a decision, a path to follow that requires you to engage your heart space and your higher mind and your crown chakra. And that's really going to bring a lot of light and illumination. And when I'm looking at this sun card that called Gros Bonange, and by the way, Gros Bonange itself, if you will, in the voodoo practice, it's kind of like it's higher self. Okay, that's like your higher self, it's not even higher self. It's like that. It's almost like that entity that's higher than you, that's responsible for you. Do you understand? Like there's the higher self that's at the crown chakra, and there is that other thing that's almost like its own entity, like your auric field, that's almost like completely outside, that has something to do with you. And as I'm looking at this with all those tentacles coming out, it looks almost like an egg, or a like almost it's the imagery of the beginning of life, right? Of that sperm and the egg meeting together, and then all the tentacles are creating what's about to create a whole person that's gonna come of that. It's like a seed, that's the word, a seed that's been buried, like the seed itself, which is the self, the sense of self, with that yellow, right? Yellow solar plexus energy, what is confidence, what makes you. And then in the sea of purple and all those different color, that's gonna bring you to that higher way of being. It is a seed here that's germinating, if you will, that's growing, that's creating something. And if you trying to get pregnant, if you're trying to start something new, to get something off the ground, to create a new path for you, you feel like you are at an intersection in your life, trying to decide, where do I go? Do I go left? Do I go right? Especially in regards to something that's deeply emotional. There is an energy here for you. And again, here we have another Laplace. The Laplace cards. This is like water energy, and this is fire energy. Like fire and water, we say they don't mix. That's not necessarily true in this case. In this here, we have the mumble card, but it's supposed to be the Laplace card, but we have the Mambo picture in there, and that means something, because like I said, that's not the deck I was supposed to use. So I write Laplace here, meaning this card here, the imagery that's supposed to show up here is the imagery of the Laplace. And I can't remember from the top of my head if in the Petro energy, if the Laplace is a three-way intersection. We can see here in that water energy, it's a four-way intersection. I can't remember in this if it's a two-way or a three-way intersection. And for you, what Spirit is saying is when it comes to taking actions in regard to that thing, it may not be important. That distinction may be something that you are dwelling on, and it may not be all that important. As far as how many avenues do you have that or that you believe is open to you in regards to taking actions, because emotionally you already know that all the paths are open, whether it's to the north, to the east, to the west, above or below. Emotionally, you already know that. You already feel it. You already know that intuitively. Now, when it's time to take action, it's not as important. What's important is for you to step into your power. It's for you to become that Mambo. It's to become the queen of your life, that queen of fire, that queen that's confident, right? Think of the queen of fire. That's like the confident queen that knows how to use mysticism, or own inner mysticism, that knows how to get what she wants, that's alluring, that can almost create her own luck, that can create fire of nothing, that can dance with the best of them, that can carry her own weight around. That's what's most important in actually carrying out that decision. And here we have, I kid you not, number 21. That was the last pile. In here it called Carnival. But what do we talking about? Year 21, 21 day of the 21st year of the 21st century. World card energy, and here we have the number 21, because at the end of the day, that cycle that needs to end so you can start that new thing, that seed here that's growing, that seed here that's illuminating, that's gonna bring something completely new, completely there's a sense of it here that's very nouvelle, that's very that's never been done before. Even if it's a person, it's in regards to procreating, it's gonna be of course a whole new person being created out of two individuals that are unique to create something that's ultimately very unique. If it's in regards to work, because we have quite a bit of earth, we have earth energy here, we have ounces earth energy, and here we have Oyate, which is another Laplace. So this is 3 Laplace energy that we have here on the table, okay? And on this card, it's also wrong. We're not seeing the picture of the actual imagery illustration that's supposed to go with that card. We're seeing the one for Oriate, which is not the one that's supposed to be that's supposed to be here. We're seeing the imagery of almost like I believe that's the king here in the earth energy. So the only thing you need to know is that all the worlds are open, all the avenues are open, the possibilities are endless. You have your bow and arrow in one hand. Shoot your shot. Aim for what you want. You have your you can call it your cauldron, you can call it your stuff, you can call it whatever you want. Your prayer baton that gives you access straight from above to below, total alignment. Okay? All the other things is noise. All you have to do is to step within your power, to know that you have the beginning and the end within your grasp, because the sun is about to start shining and it's all up to you. Isn't that beautiful? Wait for important information. For some of you, You might have heard something right here. For some of you, it may be that if you've been limiting yourself, you have certain limitation, or you're giving yourself all those deadlines, all those, what if this happened, if that happened, if this happened, if that happened, and Spirit is telling you that's just distraction, because you already know from your higher mind, your gros bonage has already told you, your higher self has already communicated to you. All words are open for you, to you right now. And there are cycles to be ended with the carnival card, number 21, major arcana. There are cycles here that are about to end and new beginnings that are about to happen. Okay? We see all the hands. Look at what he's carrying though. Does it not look like, instead of one, it's like a multitude of this? Almost like making it rain, sun. It's like we cannot just have one, you can have 2 and 3. And look at all, like it's like a carnival of whatever it is that you want. Of pleasure, of desire, of glamour, of what is it? Who do you want to be? What face do you want to be? What do you want to portray? It's up to you to bring in that new beginning. It's up to you. All the words are open. Choose wisely, of course. And a message for those of you, if this is about pregnancy, that I've been trying to get pregnant, that I've been trying to make a decision, that kind of been waiting the right time to start or not, don't wait. Get going. And if you actually right now, you're already pregnant, some of you may be expecting multiples, most likely triplets that's coming through. And I'm going to leave it at that. I don't want to get too long. But at the bottom of the women's card, engagement came for you. For some of you, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Higher, 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 of course. Express your love is the card that actually came for you, okay? And it says, go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Make the romantic gesture. So if this is about love, this is about a romantic situation that you're trying to get off the ground, that you're trying to instigate, go ahead. Do not wait, whatever it is. It says here to wait for important information. Once you get that information, get going. Once you get that information, do not sleep and wait on it. Don't allow distractions. Don't create, unnecessary distractions. And what if this happened? Well, I could go there. What if that? Just go for it, okay? And this is your message for those of you who chose deck number 1. We're gonna call it. And thank you very much. And we're gonna start cleaning up to go to deck number 2. Thank you guys. And please, if you're new, leave a comment, comment, subscribe, so we can keep on growing, so more people get to see this. It makes it makes a difference, okay? And it's okay, so that was very interesting that this deck ended up showing here, because that wasn't the intention. That wasn't the deck. And I actually tried to look through to make sure that that's not it, but she wanted to come. There she is. She made you made your grand entrance into the world stage. No one can keep you down. There you go. Okay, for those of you we're gonna put the time period here at 33 for deck 2, and we're gonna go this time with the Good Tarot. I love this deck. The messages on this deck are so positive. And I must tell you, this was my first deck of tarot deck I ever purchased. I had the angel messages, daily guidance from Doreen Virtue, but I used to use it for meditation. I didn't even realize like it was kind of tarot, but technically it's not a tarot deck, it's a oracle deck. But this one was the first tarot deck that I purchased. So we're gonna get going. For those people who chose deck number 2, this is your reading. Messages, Spirit, for lovely friends who were called by this rose quartz and the Good Tarot. Messages. Okay, that was quick. And we have Peacekeeper. Let go of the need to be right. Let go of the need to be right. Okay? So that's a very strong message here. So if in your life you've been feeling a sense of righteousness, you've been feeling a sense of pride, has been an issue, Spirit is telling you to kind of cool it off a little bit, okay? You have a whole stack that just fell, and I'm going to put them down. Here we have the Six of Water. Now, this Six of Water, it's always, the Six of Water is the card of innocence, of children, and of reminiscing about the past. There's a sense of innocence always in this deck, of, also longing, right? On this deck, the depiction of the Six of Cups for me always seems as a sense of sadness for whatever reason. The way she's holding her stomach, it's almost like someone going to that body of water. She's looking at her reflection, but it's almost like you could think she's posing, but when you take a closer look at her facial expression, it looks kind of strained. It's not like, oh my gosh, that's a beautiful day. It's almost like I went away from the castle because I needed a good cry. I needed a moment alone. I wanted to be close to the water because only the water can really feed that energy, that watery energy I'm feeling, all those emotions I'm feeling right now. There's a sense like we don't see the tears, but there's a sense like it's like she's been crying, or she's at any moment she's gonna break down and start crying with that. Like someone is missing someone so much. Like they just, like the sense of longing is overwhelming, okay? With that six of cups here, it's like longing for something in the past, or longing for someone, longing for something, desiring something, but it's very emotional. Here we have the Nine of Earth, which is a card that is more grounded. It's about sitting in your beautiful garden and enjoying the fruit of your labor, and enjoying, all your hard work, enjoying the luxury that of your surrounding. And on this Nine of Earth, she's surrounded by all those golden coins, and this almost like big sun supposedly creating a halo behind her. There's a sense of protection for me in that Nine of Earth. There's a sense of kind of like, I know who I am, I always have, and I know I'll always be provided for. Okay, in that longing, for those of you that are longing, that are feeling perhaps a sense of missing someone dearly, or missing something in your life dearly, the Spirit is calling you also to remember, to not just allowing yourself to be overcome with the emotions, to also ground yourself, to remember, like the reality of things in this 3D world is that you've always been, and you've always been provided for, and there's always a chance for a new beginning, of a new day, a new dawn. That's what I see whenever I look at that stuff, stuff excuse me, in this deck. It's like approaching a new dawn, standing proud and tall, right? Like on top of that ledge here, look at that beautiful pentacle like encrusted there. Like there's a promise here, okay? And that 9 and 1 together give us the 10 of Pentacles, which is the whole lot, which is about inheritance, which is about family, which is about good fortune, really, wealth and abundance, especially in the material sense. So whatever it is that may feel like you lacking right now, whether it's a presence of someone or a presence of something, if it's a job or money, resources, just know that it's here, it's yours. Okay, it hasn't gone anywhere. Maybe there's a bit of a distance, of a disconnection, but it is still yours. That offer is still here. Okay, And here we have the Three of Fire, that some people like to say this is the card for Sun in Aries. Some people like to say this is a card of waiting for your ship to arrive. Nobody's waiting here. Someone is on that ship and riding that ship to shore, riding that ship to the destination. And I love the depiction of this because I never liked that card, that explanation of like someone is waiting. Sun in Aries, we don't do that. We like impatient. We're not about waiting for something to arrive. This is about action. Okay, the threes are all about action, communication. Like, you know, the one is an offer, the two is offer accepted. Okay, I'm picking up that button, I'm picking up that challenge, I'm picking up that opportunity. Now let's start creating. The number of creation, let's start doing action. Okay, we're not waiting here, we are moving, we are on the move. Oh yeah, there's a new offer to be had, it's still mine, I can still have it, I've always have it. Why wait for the person to come to you? Why wait for that opportunity to come back around? Take it. I'm going to take it. Do I need to travel to go take it? Oh, that's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna travel to go take it. So that's I love the Three of Fire on this card. Even the expression on that on her face. She's not even looking forward. She's looking like breaking the fourth wall into the into the camera, if you will, kind of like, yes, I'm that person. Okay, I know what I want and I'm going for it. I absolutely love it. And here we have the Two of Air, which is again a card about decision, a card again about balance and justice as well. I like to call it the minor arcana version of the Justice card in the tarot, because if you have been waiting, if you have been sitting there reminiscing, thinking, wanting, praying for something to start happening, Spirit is saying the time for indecision, for undecisiveness is over. It's time to make a choice right now. A fair and balanced choice right now. Even if you have to close your eyes and go mini, mini, mo, right now it's the time to make that choice, because actions need to start taking place here. And a lot of you that chose this card, the Peacekeeper, you're being called here to let go of being right. Okay, if you've been at a standstill with someone because of something that happened, a discussion, you know, there's tension and everyone is staying in their corner and whatnot, just know that offer is still on the table. They still want you, you still want you. If it's a job, they still want you. It's just maybe because of what's going on now in the world, the company had to pull back a little bit, but it's gonna come right back around, and you have, it will be all up to you, the decision to make, the decision to be made. It will be up to you for you to go ahead and seize that opportunity, and you may want to make contact too, instead of sitting there and waiting for them to call you, to reach out for you. You may want to make contact and say, hey, how can I be of use? Is there anything that I can do? Okay, and if it's someone that you've been feuding with, that you're missing so much, that you care about so much, you may want to make the decision to take the first step to reconcile. Okay, to offer that olive branch, to start this new day, this new dawn. And look, we have the Moon card, number 18, feminine energy, secrets also. Okay, that's what's coming here, secrets. There are things perhaps that are hiding. Someone may be hiding their feelings, whether it's you or your person. If this is about romantic situation, that's what's the point, right? And when you're really connecting with someone, by the way, you can try to hide all you want. The person's gonna feel that energy. When you're sitting there, you're thinking about that person, they're thinking about you too. It may be different to a different extent, but believe me, it may not be as intensely as you are. They're going to feel that energy. They're going to sense that. They're going to see something. All of a sudden, it reminds them of you. Like you're going to start coming to their consciousness as well. They're going to start dreaming about you because of that connection. So there is a lot going under the surface. There's like watery energy. There's a lot of emotions here that needs to be released. Just like she's really like releasing the stars, almost like standing on the moon and letting go of the stars. And if someone also have been telling you stories, I've been telling you lies, because when I pull that up, I see the Seven of Air, which is a card of deceit and lies and trickery, and that's what makes you feel like, okay, you lied to me, I'm in my right, I'm not gonna be the one to make the first step, I can never forgive you, and all of this. You can still, it's legitimate to feel a certain way if you feel like you've been deceived, but that doesn't mean that you cannot communicate. We still can communicate in a very civil, even loving way, and in expressing ourselves, our disappointment and our hurt to that person, and then choose to make the decision going forward. Okay, based on that conversation, I guess this I'm gonna make that's my choice. You still have the choice, right? Instead of sitting there and sitting and just taking it all in and then standing in your pride. It's okay, choose to make peace. Whether you stay together, you go your separate way, but there's a new beginning here. Okay, that spirit is trying to get you to go towards. There's an offer here, to start anew. Finances and careers. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Yes, for some of you, we have two cards here about finances: the Nine of Earth and the Ace of Earth, and we talk about that. We touched on that. If this is in regards to finance, and you feel like, for some of you, you may feel like perhaps they're not telling you the whole truth. Your employer is keeping information away from you, or you don't have access to all the information that you need to make certain decisions. Like I know, for example, my mom, she was offered early retirement, and I know in my own company that I work for, that has been offered due to everything that's going on. So if you feel like you need more information, if you feel like there's something that you don't know, so you can make that information, ask the question. Like, this is how we started this reading. This Aquarius season, you all gonna really want to the need for more knowledge is gonna keep on coming up. And when that happens, when your intuition, your instinct, you get that there's something here that I don't know, that I need to know. That's your intuition. Go find out. Call someone. Call an old colleague. Talk to someone. Go on those messages board. Ask. Figure it out. Pick up a book. I don't know. Wherever information is everywhere. As a matter of fact, there's too much information. You may have to come through it to get to something that's more valuable to you. But there's a need here, I feel like, for some of you, especially in regards, if it has to do with finances and women's mixed together. Ask the questions. Get the information. Don't be afraid. Don't stand there and feeling a certain way, like, I'm right. I'm not gonna. I don't have to do this because they should have done this to begin with. They should have told me. Just go and figure it out. Break it down. Figure out what's going on. Okay, it will be for the best of everybody. And here we have past life relationship. You have known each other before. Yes, because we have the Six of Water is about, again, a kind of reconciliation of the past, thinking about the past, reminiscing about the past. So in regards to love, if there's a situation here that you're trying to pull away from someone because they did something you feel like that was deceiving, and you keep being pulled back into that relationship, you keep getting that call, there's that red thread that keeping you connected to that person, you're trying to let go and you can't, and that it's always a constant a push and pull, a new beginning each time you think you're done but you're not, and you just want to be the person that has the upper hand because you're right. It's always gonna be so, because there is more going on under the surface. There's deep water running here through these feelings and emotions, because it's a past life relationship. So, and again, as with any relationship, any connection, especially romantic connection, no matter how strong and intense and genuine that it feels, we don't have to actually be in a relationship with the person. You understand? The connection still stands. The love still there. The admiration even may still be there. The hurt feelings you cannot erase. Forgiveness might have already happened. And we still can make the choice for ourselves. In knowing all of this, taking all of this into consideration, that it may be best for me, for my own good, my own emotional well-being, knowing that this love will always be there. I always have this push. I always be thinking about that person in one way or another, that I may have to make that decision to stand in my garden alone and enjoy my beautiful life. Because at the end of the day, I can provide for myself. Financial issue is a financial and finances and career are an issue here. It may be that one person is more independent, one person is more financially savvy, financially well off, and that has been kind of a stumbling block. Whatever it is that you feel that's gonna be the best for you right now in this 3D reality, you can still honor the love and the connection and not feel like I have to be in a relationship with that person, and make peace with what it is and what this relationship represents for you right now. Maybe in 5 years from now, we'll try to see again if we can manifest something in reality, if we can cohabit, if we can come together to create a real relationship or blah blah blah. But for now, it may just be that we are two people who love each other that need to stay at a distance from each other. But this is for you to know. But Spirit is saying the peace is what they're trying you to get to, because the tension might be too much. All right, thank you so much, lovelies. This is your message for those of you who chose the good tarot, and we are moving on. We are moving on to the next deck. And as I've been saying, guys, if the message resonates with you, please leave me a message. Let me know. If you're happy that we are back, let me know. If this is doing something for you, let me know. If it's resonating, let us know. Share with us your stories. And if you have any comments in regards to what you'd like to see, if you're missing the individual signs, let me know. I'll take that into consideration, of course. I like to hear from you guys through email or in the comments. It doesn't matter. The comments are open. So that was the good tarot, and we're going to put it aside for now. And we're going to mark deck number 3 to start at, wow, 51 minutes. This is going way longer than I intended. I was gonna go with that one and then I stopped. So we're gonna go with the right away. Okay. And by the way, all those decks are shuffled. I'd give a little bit of shuffle on camera for the people who like to see the shuffling. And at first, when I started these readings, I thought I was going to be cutting the decks, but I haven't been cutting the decks. But so here we go. I'm getting a lot of air energy for you guys that chose this deck for some reason. But let's see what messages your angels and ancestors have for you. Messages for dear friends. Okay, that's a whole lot, but I'm gonna take this. Oh, whoa. Okay. This was a big boom. I don't shuffle in my cards in reverse. I'll look at it. Just that was Mother Earth. So I'm gonna put it back because it just didn't feel right. I was trying to. Okay, there we go. That's the card. That's the card, y'all. What do you have? Medicine Mother. Honor your inner knowing. Honor your inner knowing. Look at the strength. Yeah? Honor your inner knowing. Medicine Mother. Beautiful energy we have going here. So, Zeries. A little bit more. One more. One time for the. 2 times for the. 3 times for the. Here we go. Messages for lovely friends. Spirit messages. Oh, I think she came out like this. I go like this. Okay, so it was upright. So here we are starting out with the 2 of Pentacles. Decisions. Some of you are waiting things out. You're trying to make a decision here. A decision's being made. I see the water is kind of like, the water is kind of rough. Looking ahead here, there's a caravan missing. There's a ship about to go. It's almost like you're trying to decide, do I get on that ship or do I stay? Do I get on that ship or do I stay? Oh my God, I don't have much time. Decision time. We're waiting things out. Honor your inner knowing. That's what Spirit is telling you, whichever one of you. That is in the process right now of making a decision that feels like you're doing your pros and cons. You are in your head when you feel like you figure it out, and then you're like, oh my gosh, no, maybe not so much. You feel like you're getting left behind, perhaps. You're afraid of getting left behind if you stay, because there's a bit of a distance between where that person is standing and the movement that's happening in your head. So there's a hesitation here to go and keeping a distance, as in just in case I change my mind. So you already know the answer is already within you. You already know the right way forward for yourselves. You already know. And the next card that came out is the air card. You heard that? The air card, the stars card. And before I even started shuffling your card, I was getting air energy. I said there's air energy, and I was called to ring the singing bowl for some of you guys. It may be, if there's Aquarius people watching this, someone who's of the Aquarius energy, Aquarius or Capricorn who have those energies heavy in their chart, and you're trying to make a decision about something, you're completely in your head about it. Spirit is telling you to let go of that. Put away the pros and cons list. Put away all those all the advices even that you've been receiving, all the maybe this, what if, what if, to put all of that away. Quiet your mind. Take a bath. I'm looking at that. For whatever reason, her in that basin of water here is calling me in, right? Take a bath. For some of you, if you live close to the ocean where it's still warm, go walk by the ocean, even if you don't go in the water, because your path, your North Star, your true north, that your compass, it's in alignment. Okay, all you have to do is tune into it. It's almost like it's not like even you're being guided. You've already been guided. You already know. Honor your inner knowing, because the knowing is already there. You just need to honor it. Okay, like literally that is your message for this deck. We don't even really have to go long, but I'm gonna take two more since we've been going like 5-6 cards for the other reading. But that's the gist of it for you guys. There we go. The three of fire. Like if there's the two of fire of wands is I picked the choice. The offer was made. I picked up my one. I made my choice. I chose the path. Now it's time to create with the three. And some may say, oh, this is about waiting for ship to arrive and all of that. No, I never get that for this. This is dispatching the messages, the bird, receiving communication back. This is Aries energy. This is Sun in Aries energy. This is about action. There's a lot of passion in this card, okay? And a lot of you, once you tune in to your inner knowing, tune in to your higher self, tune in into your own intuition in regards to which path to follow, which in regards to what's in alignment with yourself, what's gonna serve you and serve your purpose and help you to honor your purpose. It's gonna be like fire on fire. Everything's gonna start developing mighty quickly. You're gonna start creating mighty quickly. Information's gonna start coming to you. Everything is gonna start just like happening. Okay, a lot of passion just started to happen here for some of you guys. And here, oh my goodness, you see, this is the two of air. The last deck had that too. The good tarot deck had that too. This is the two of air energy. I told you, I felt the air energy. So we have two cards of decisions here. Waiting. I'm gonna put this down for you guys. If this is the waiting things out, doing your pros and cons, okay, I'm still in decision making. This is Spirit telling you, okay, that's done, that's over, that time is done. That's why I told you all this could be a 2 cards reading, but I kept on going. But this is still the message. This is the card of, and this time for indecision is over. Make a choice. That time is finished. It's time to create. It's time to go. It's time to go. It's time to decide. Even if you have to close your eyes and go, mini mo, make your choice. Time for indecision is over. Okay, one last one. Even if you have to duel it out, if it's about 2 men, if it's about a relationship, you cannot choose which guy that's best for you. Spirit is telling you, you already know. You already know who's your person. You already know who's your person. And if that person is in Aries and a fire sign, that's a good indication here for you. And if that does, those two guys have to go at it, have to duel to whoever wins is the vanquisher. That's what's gonna happen. But the decision needs to happen here, okay? And they're not making the decision for you. It's up to you. There's a minor kind of energy here. They want you to make the decision because you already know. They've already given you all the stuff, all the information, all the gifts, all the blessing you need to in order to make that decision. This one flipped in, so we're gonna go with that. So it's up to you to make that decision. So here we go, the card that flipped into the deck as I was shuffling for you, the Page of Swords. Do you see the similar in image here? Look at the clouds. Look at the water. Look at that person standing there. This time, they're standing their ground. Okay? The wind is blowing so hard. We can see the trees, like, that you can still see the water. No, excuse me, I cannot see the water on this one, but like they're standing on top of like almost like a little hill, and there's a group coming towards them. Like the hair is being blown, the birds are going. It's almost like we know there's a storm. Something is happening, right? And there's a storm brewing. There's a storm brewing, but someone is standing steadfast here in their principles, steadfast in their inner knowing. There's no juggling here onto which foot do I stand. There's someone standing here, youthful energy, of course, but I made my choice and I'm holding on to my swords. I'm gonna live by that sword or die by that sword. But a choice has been made. Now, whenever I see that that page of air, there's always a bit of a warning. Okay, pay attention, especially in regards to information. Pay attention. And in this case, usually I will tell you about the written communication. I will tell you to pay attention if any contracts that you're signing. Pay attention to, let's say this regards to love, like it's a love situation. Go back and read perhaps go back and read your communications, your emails, text messages that went back and forth between that person. Pay attention to their style of writing. Pay attention to the words that they choose to use with you. Pay attention to what the words they even say to you. Pay attention to the things that they don't say to you. That's the Page of Swords. There's a sense of stalking with this page. Sometimes it says this is a card of stalker. That the stalker doesn't have to be external. The stalker can be you needing to really, really know who are you dealing with. Okay? Because there's a choice to be made, and only one of these choices is a valid choice for you. And Spirit is telling you, this is how it started here, to follow your inner knowing. Engage your mind. Yes, of course. But follow your inner knowing. Once you've amassed all that information, all these pros and cons, all these weighing things out that you've done, at the end of the day, the final answer, the deciding factor is gonna be your intuition, your own inner knowing. And that's what's gonna allow you to start that new beginning, passionate new beginning. I told you I felt so much passion here. And wherever that you choose, if it's in regards to a person, I really feel like this is either about a person or about a not a move as far as like changing location, more like a departure to the kind of life you were living before. Okay, like almost like a life makeover. It's something that's very that's gonna need a new foundation to be set. Okay, so there's an opportunity here to start anew, and it's gonna be quite promising. It's gonna bring a lot of creativity and a lot of passion towards you in your life. But no matter how confusing you may think that you are, you're really not that confused, because you already have all the information available to you, and you just have to follow your intuition in making the right decision. Okay, it's a lot of repetition, because the cards that's what they're saying, because there's only one of all the stars in the sky. There's only one that matters: your star, your North Star. Okay, let's get a woman's oracle card for you, lovelies. And I hope this reading is giving you some clarity in regards to your situation. And I'm so happy to be back. I keep saying it because really, I miss you guys. I know some of you miss me. I've heard from y'all, I know. And there we go. Let's do a card. At the bottom, we have give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. So if there's a choice here to work or let go, or I don't know, you guys know better if it's your love situation, but that's the card that came up for you. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Perhaps some of you, internally, intuitively, instinctively, your feelings, you already know who's the right person for you, but because they're so different than what you used to, you're making it hard. You're like, oh my gosh, what would people think? Oh my gosh, I've never been with someone like that. How different is it gonna be? Oh my God, la la la. You're bringing all that noise and distractions because wherever it is that really pulling you in right now, tugging at your heart right now is so different. But Spirit is saying to follow your inner knowing. This is where the sweet spot is. You already know. Okay, thank you, lovelies. That is your message. I really should have started at 3, but I was called to do 4 cards reading, so that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna call 106 for the 4th deck, which is the Akashic Tarot. And it's always deep, the message with the Akashic Tarot. It's always deep. So let's see what we have. A little bit of shuffling. And then we'll shuffle this later. But for now, we're going to put it to the side. And we have a citron. We have our beautiful deck. This one is very different. Messages for lovely friends. Spirit messages for every friend. Alright, our incense had stop. And we're gonna bring ourselves a little bit of a cleaning here. Okay. There we go. Thank you for your patience. This is for those of you who chose Akashic Tarot. And let's see what messages Spirit have for you. And to begin, let's get a significator. That's what I call your first card. Message from your angels and ancestors to get going. Message from angels and ancestors for lovely, lovely friends, for our Lanmou community. By the way, you guys know Lanmou means love. You're part of the love tribe. And here we go. Protection Guardian. Oh wow, yes. Protection Guardian. Drop your shields. It's been a while since I've seen that card, since it's come up. Look at all the peacock feathers. Protection Guardian. I don't know why it's taking me in. I just want to sit there and stare at the card. Drop your shields, because your guardian already have the shield. She has the shields right there, that and have the eye, like they're watching you. They're protecting you already. So if you feel like you've been some of you, if you feel like you had to be over protective of yourself, of your surroundings, and of what of yours, of your belongings or whatnot. And you've created certain boundaries, like the walls have risen so high in regards to your boundaries. Spirit is saying to kind of like drop your shields, because they got you. They got you. We have a whole stack that just fell for you guys, and I'm gonna take all of it. And this one was close at the bottom. The Queen of Keys, confident. She's awaiting. She knows. She knows what she wants. She knows what she deserves. She's a very accomplished woman too, and she's awaiting. She can see her king coming. By the way, in the field, she's smiling. She's not impatient. She knows. She always knew it was gonna come. It's almost like, sit pretty in your garden, enjoy your life, just know that you're already protected. Look at her. It's almost like she looks like she's on top of a fortress, like she's really, like the surrounding, it looks like she's very protected herself. All right, so there's no need to fret as much or to worry and allow anxiety to take over your life. Just know that you are protected. It's okay to drop the shield, because you are inside the castle, and there are people out there, there are angels on top and all around you that are already protecting you. Okay, Hilarion. Oh, that's one of my favorite card. This is major kind of energy here. Number 5, I guess you corresponded to the Hierophant, to the high priest. This is the card of the dream team, a spiritual team, those that we do not see, but that are always there and always available to us, that we can call upon. And that's why there's no need to fret, because you are not alone. No matter how alone you may be feeling right now, no matter how scary things may seem like right now, no matter how much you may feel like, oh my gosh, I can't, because of the fear of, whether it's uncertainty or the fear of attack or the fear of, of just getting hurt. Spirit is saying, no, you're not alone. We are protecting you. We are always here with you. That is the spirit of Hilarion. She's standing there reading into the book. Look at this. This is the unseen. Whether it's your loved ones that have passed that are always there watching over you, whether it's just angels, like spirits, benevolent spirit that God have assigned to you, that you yourself, perhaps your higher self, have called into your own energy field, that are there for you. You are not alone. You are protected physically, in your physical being, in your surrounding, wherever you may be, in your location, in your home, in your place of work. Okay, your own sense of spirituality itself is protected. Okay, this is absolute. This is very deep. I love that card. And here we have number 17, which is a lookout. This is the lookout. Lookout as far as, yes, there may be danger. Those feelings that you feel like you have to have your shields armed at the ready in case there's an attack, it's because there's a sense of danger in the air. There's a sense of danger in the air. But that sense of danger, it's almost like it's not something that you can control. If it's supposed to happen, it's gonna happen. That ship is on the water and there's this fire on the water. Explain it. If it's supposed to happen, it's gonna happen. And that means there's a reason for it to happen. But fretting over it, it's not gonna stop. Worrying is not gonna stop. It's almost like there's nothing you can do. Raising that wall to 20 feet is not gonna stop. Because what's not supposed to happen will never be allowed to happen to you, because you're protected and you're surrounded. Okay? The lookout is also a major arcana, but it's like the danger is part of life. It's always there, right? We cannot control, we cannot say, no matter how spiritual we are, no matter how evolved we are, no matter how wealthy we are, how healthy we are, we cannot stop from certain bad things to happen, for accidents to happen. We cannot, especially if it's supposed to happen. whether because of a lesson we're supposed to learn ourselves or the people around us are supposed to learn, whatever it is, there are things that are going to happen. There will be challenges. The shadow has to happen for that light to shine through. Just don't forget, in that space, in that time, in that same breath, you yourself are not alone. You yourself does not control everything. Don't control everything. Excuse me. And we have 3 of scrolls, setting your course. Setting your course. Don't hang up, don't stay hang on the bad things that could happen, worrying about this could happen, I can't do this because of that, and be so much on the lookout that you miss opportunities, that you miss of the things that are right there in front of you. Because what's most important is to set your course on where you want to go. They're, by the way, look, they're on the ship themselves too. Blue skies. You see? How do they call that in English? I'm getting voile in French. The floats, it's still going, right? The sail, the thing that helped the ship to sail, they're still intact. There's a rainbow here that comes after the storm. Your job is to keep your eyes trained on the prize, to stay focused on where you're trying to get to. There will be challenges. There'll always be challenges in life. Problems will always arise. But we must maintain balance. We cannot throw ourselves into, oh my gosh, problems. What am I going to do? Problems. I can't do this. Oh my gosh. And to give all our attention into this, Spirit is saying, no. This is a stumbling block. There's something to be learned here. There's something to overcome here to go to the next stage. As long as you keep your eyes to stay set on the course, to keep your eyes on the prize, to keep on moving forward, just know that the sun will always shine. The rainbow will come after the storm. And that, most importantly, that you are protected. Okay? That is very important, that you are protected. The angels, the ascended masters, that you are being watched. You're on the shoulders of some big giants. I'm gonna take one more for you guys. One more. What happens next? Oh, okay. Not one more. More than one more. Look at this. Do you see how they work? Do you see that? Archangel Michael. The archangel of protection. The archangel, the fighter, the mighty fighter who fight in heaven, protects the heavens and the earth. The one that the divine, that God calls on. You understand? Even in the heavens, there's things happening. There's energy. There's good and bad everywhere. In the middle world, in the lower world, in the upper world. Archangel Michael inhabits all this space. And here's Archangel Michael saying, I got you. I got you. Always, I'm here. Protection guardian. That's Archangel Michael. Call on Archangel Michael if you feel like you need a little bit of extra protection, okay, during this time. But don't dwell on this too long. Don't become a victim of your own thoughts and of your own sense of miser energy of like, oh my gosh, everything is bad, everything is terrible. And believe me, we all go through that as human beings. But this is a reminder for those of you who chose that deck, especially if you are in this energy right now, to snap out of it and to meditate and to pray and to ask for your ancestors, for your angels to get closer to you. Give them permission to get closer to you. Give them permission to communicate to you. Ask for help. Tell them, I'm releasing all my troubles into your hand. This is what I want. This is what I focus on. This is what I'm going to keep focusing on. Set your course. Set in your course and keep your eyes on the prize. Keep looking towards where you want to get to, okay? And here we have the Six of Roses. I asked for one more, but we got two. The first one here that's on top of this is the Six of Roses. It is the War of the Roses. Two camps, right? Someone's gonna win, someone's gonna lose. War of the Roses, and that's life. It's never gonna be all good, all peachy. How do we deal? How do we react to the challenges? That makes all the difference, right? War of the Roses. Two camps marching towards each other. If for some of you, if it is like a particular somebody that is challenging you, even like in the workplace or in a romantic situation, that's really creating certain obstacles in your life that's kind of like making it difficult for you to find a sense of peace. Take back your power. Understand that you cannot wait. You cannot leave it in the hands of that party, whether if it's a job situation, it's a romantic situation, even if it's your own children. You cannot put it in their hands to start acting right for you to find back your peace. You have to take back your power in understanding that your peace is you. It's up to you. It's your own work, your own experience, your own existence, and it's up to you. And if you need help with it, to ask for that help and to understand that those challenges are there for a reason. What are the lessons I'm supposed to be learning because of my interaction with that person, because of the challenges of this connection? What are the lessons what am I being tested on right now? I ask myself these questions a lot. This is a test. I haven't flown in a second, but when I was flying, whenever someone will come on board and I start acting crazy, that would always be like, oh, that person is testing me. This is a test. That was always my approach, and all of a sudden it becomes almost like humorous, I don't know, like the situation would have a different kind of like sense of humor, because I would just be like, okay, let me see, how can I approach the situation, let me see let me get to the root of this. Like, I remove myself from it, because then it's about you, it's your problem, because unless I know myself I'm doing something to instigate this issue, to make it worse, to bring in the trouble, I'm gonna stay in my power. I'm gonna stay in my place of peace and be like, is there anything I can do to help you to remove yourself from the situation, from that drama, from these challenges? So if it is a relationship, whatever kind of relationship that's creating this, please learn to protect your energy and ask for help from your angels in protecting yourselves and your energy from people that are always need a sense of push and pull and tension and drama, and that can really bring you down, bring your vibration down. You don't need that. We're marching into 2021 under a new order. Peace shall reign. We're gonna get all the knowledge, all the information. We're gonna arm ourselves with this. Knowledge is power. We're gonna arm ourselves with knowledge to be empowered to make the right decisions for ourselves, following our intuition, things that are in alignment with ourselves, as long as we're being our authentic self, in knowing that we do not control everything, and we have an army available to us that is always around us, that we can tap into, and to learn to start tapping into those energies, to start learning on how to work with them. Okay, and here we have birth, number 4, the number of foundation, a new beginning. Birth, that's what you get After the war, after the storm is the rainbow. After the war, guess what? New nations get started. By the way, there's a repetition here. For some of you, this may have to do with children. Okay, we have two camps here: the war of the roses and the six of roses. And here we have in the major arcana number for birth, we have two kids here running toward that lovely lady. And in the cards of major arcana number 9, Archangel Michael, we have the archangel embracing two children. So there is a thing here that about kids. If some of you, it's about trying to get pregnant or raising children, it's the same applies. If you've been having challenges as far as like bringing a child into the world, just keep focusing on that. Don't think about all the things that could go wrong, especially if you have had some disappointing outcome in the past. Just know there's something here that's trying to come to be. There's something that spirit is trying to usher up for you. There's something that you've wished on, you wished upon, that you've set your sight on, that they're trying to bring forward for you. But first you have to clean your energy of all the debris and all the disappointment and all the challenges. You have to put those to the side and focus your sight on, this is what I want. If it's about children, this is what I want. I want to have a family. I want to give birth. I want to have my own children, and focus on that. And ask the angels to protect you. Call on your loved ones that have passed on, and just know that you are protected, and your dream is protected. Your desires are protected, as long as they are your true desires that are authentically yours and that are in alignment with your best and highest self. The spirit will be there to help you. Okay, excuse me, I need a sip of water. And yes, some of you, it may be difficult to communicate this need, perhaps to your partner. Perhaps you have two minds of it. You tried and it didn't work out, and one person's like, I'm done with this, and the other person's like, no, I really want to. I think this is the right time to start again. Approach it with love. Have this discussion from a place of love, not ego. When you have this discussion with your partner, especially if it's about bringing children into the world, because I almost started choking. My throat feels dry. Some of you may feel like you're not being heard. Okay, just first get clear within yourself. Find your own power. Stand your ground. Ground yourself. Do some kind of visualization of you being strong like Mother Earth, and then before you start the conversation. But the conversation needs to be had. Okay, here we have worth waiting for. Look at this angel coming here, and again we have a pairing here. If it is about kids, you're trying to procreate, some of you are having twins. This is the second time I'm getting this message during this set of readings. I think it was the deck before last. Was it the Good Tarot? That we had message of multiples. No. The New Orleans Voodoo deck, which I think that was deck number 1. We had a message of multiples of twins coming through. Divine timing is at work in your love life. If this is about love, because we have two people here, okay? We have two angels. It's like there's like you being protected. It's almost like you're a child of the universe. It's not a relationship, it's the same. It's like the angels are protecting you. It's like a woman that's supposed to be, no matter how old you are, it's like you're always in the eyes of God, like, you are a child, like, right? So it's like you are being protected, like you are you're a favored one, if you will. Okay, and God has not forsaken you. You are very much so being protected, wrapped around the arms of the angels, just like we see here. Look at the imagery here, that this is the kids coming into the angels. Look at the imagery here, and look at the imagery here, like we see all this beautiful peacock feather. So there's a big sense of protection here, and divine timing. It's happening when it's supposed to happen. Ringing messengers. I pulled it, and this card pulled my attention. That was sitting here, 2 of roses. Ringing messengers. The message will still come into you. Don't be down. Raise your spirit up. There's something beautiful that spirit is trying to get you to see, to experience. But for you to feel it, to see it, to experience it, to enjoy it, you need to bring your vibration up, okay? You need to really get to that place. Calling in your soulmate, your prayers, affirmation, and visualization. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Again, we have a set of two. Okay, do you keep saying the pairing here? Even the ringing messengers, we have the set of two birds here. There's two, 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 two. I'm telling you, for those of you that are pregnant, there's twins happening. For those of you, this is to a love situation. You're supposed to be together. You're pairing. Before you came here on this earth, in this manifested in this dimension, you were already paired together. Okay, so don't focus on the challenges, focus on what you want, what you desire, the positive outcome that you want to see happening. And there's a new foundation, a new birth that's going to be ushered in, because the whole universe, the angels, the upper world want that to happen for you and are pushing through for that to happen for you. But you have to be in the moment to receive it. You have to feel it. You have to be ready for it. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, share it with whoever you feel may enjoy it, and these readings, and I'll see you soon. I'm sending you so much love. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Stay safe out there, and mwah.